That was the day President Ronald Reagan and 3 other people were shot by John Hinckley Jr. He was deemed not guilty by reason of insanity. And here we are years later. If he continues doing what he's doing as a patient, he will be fully released from any court supervision next June. And that was upon the suggestion of the United States Department of Justice and agreed to by the judge. That's where we are, folks. John Hinckley Jr. getting ready to get set free. Meanwhile, Britney Spears has to fight for her freedom. From my perspective, the world is just upside down. I don't get it. Anyhow, posted this to see if you agree with it. And our 13th juror comment of the day tonight comes from Susan, who says, no, I don't agree with this decision at all. Hinckley almost assassinated a sitting president, which should be treasonous behavior. If he is or was mentally ill, he should spend the rest of his life there. Lives were ruined due to Hinckley and his actions. He should serve life imprisonment. Well, he was found not guilty, so they can't imprison him, but they can certainly keep him under court supervision and limit some of his freedom to a certain extent. Al Wunsch, your thoughts about this decision, and it was the suggestion of the prosecution, which is the U.S. Department of Justice.
Well, you know, Vin, the precedent for this temporary insanity or this type of situation actually was established in 1859 when Dan Sickles killed his wife's lover, who happened to be a U.S. attorney and also happened to be the son of Francis Scott Key, the man who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner. He was defended by Edwin Stanton, who was the Secretary of War later on under Abe Lincoln. Right. He was not only got out of jail, he was also became a member of the House of Representatives. He also received the Medal of Honor for his heroics at the Battle of Gettysburg. Okay, and he is the man who actually established the Gettysburg Preservation Society to preserve the battlefield. He lost his leg at the Battle of Gettysburg, and he donated it to the hospital in Philadelphia, where he would visit it once a year. So there is precedent.
I'm supposed to be the professor.
I apologize, but I'm a historian, as Vinny knows. So the precedent is there that if you are deemed to be better, now the law's changed significantly since this time, but at the time this happened, as long as you can demonstrate that you're no longer a threat to yourself, others, or property, they don't have the right to hold you based on the old law. So,
all right. He's not going to get any awards, but he's making like YouTube videos of himself playing guitar. Unbelievable. Leslie tonight, he has jumped through each and every hoop they gave him. He has been on supervised release for so long with no difficulty. I say let him go. Ann Bremner, are you comfortable with John Hinckley Jr. just walking around, free and with no court supervision whatsoever?
No, and I'm not an historian and I'm not a professor, but I can say this much. When he was found not guilty by reason of insanity, the law was different. The state had to prove, or the government had to prove he was sane beyond a reasonable doubt. The laws have changed all over the country now, putting the burden on the defense. So you have to look back at that. And no conditions. I mean, he was obsessed with Jodie Foster and Taxi Driver. He maimed James Brady, who died 33 years later. He tried to kill a sitting president. Why the Justice Department? It's unbelievable. Why the judge in the Justice Department made this decision, I just can't fathom it. And free Britney. I mean, exactly. The comparison.
We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Michael Sterling, we have about 20 seconds here. Michael Sterling, finish us up.
Well, Vinny, I wasn't born when John Hinckley attempted to assassinate President Reagan. I wasn't yet born. And so, look, I think, at the end of the day, if he was found not guilty, he served his time, and the individual evaluating has made a decision, then we have to respect
Al,
the
can you
judicial
believe
process.
how much older we are than Michael Sterling? Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.